Yo, yo,
hey,
yo.
hey. What's up, all you
fellas?
no bullshitters out there? Welcome to I'm a Little Buzzed. It's Thursday night, people. And as usual, this is the show where we bring a little life to business, all while sharing a glass or a bottle of whatever makes you happy. It's John, Al, and Rob. We are the founders of NoBull 2020, presented by Bankers Healthcare Group. Fellas, how are you this evening?
Fantastic.
Al's feeling groovy.
Feeling real good.
Coach Rob is feeling patriotic.
I know. Is it Memorial Day again?
Al, I still encourage you to change your name to your real name, ITL.
Oh, ITL. Because I'm the IT guy and I get super pissed when shit doesn't work.
like fireball pissed, like fiery pissed.
Nuts. I'll break every computer in the house when things don't work. But that's your thing.
So speaking of that, what are you drinking tonight?
Empathy Red. Empathy.
Oh,
Red. Back to the basics here.
ditto.
Back to my roots.
Ditto. Rob?
Robbie, what you got, Rob?
Tonight I have Mackenzie bourbon whiskey from the Finger Lakes.
Going hardball. I like it.
Classic.
Well, awesome. Hopefully all of you out there are drinking something that makes you happy, whether it's water, wine, or whiskey. But now is the time when we cheers to life, love, lots of laughter, and being so effing bad that it's effing amazing. Cheers, fellas.
Just keep saying effing cheers.
Oh, I just swirled that right onto my keyboard. That was awesome.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, if I can't type all of a sudden, we know why. All right, but we have an awesome guest. Can't wait. I know him really well. Super great guy. Super successful guy, so can't wait. But before we get into our interview, Al, do you have some announcements for us?
I sure do. This week's sponsor, my favorite time, is when you get to decide whether it's fake or whether it's real. Tonight could go either way, folks. I'm going to got the slow jams in the back because that's the kind of mood I'm in. Hope you can hear them. If you can't, boy, you're missing out. This week's sponsor, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Hives, the best organic honey on the East Coast and the only topping we put on our toast. Thank you to our weekly sponsors, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Hives. What? It's real.
Genius.
I'm just saying. So now that that's out of the way, on to much more important things.
Listen, I do want to say, if you did make that up, I want to hire you for Good Monster because that's a great tagline right there. Like that was an A plus, probably.
Let's conduct the interview after the podcast tonight because I desperately need a job.
Okay.
I always figured you for a marmalade kind of guy.
Nope. Hive, baby.
Oh, side note, I hate marmalade.
Anyway, whoever wants some wine, we're drinking the Empathy Red tonight. Why the wine is important? Because it's directly linked to our conference, NoBull 2020. John's holding it up right there. If you want a free front section premier seating ticket to our conference, No Bullshit Business Conference, then all you have to do is order some wine. You get some delicious wine. If you get a 12-pack of wine, you get a free ticket to the event premier seating. You certainly can order any amount of wine you want. It's delicious wine. But a 12-pack will get you a free ticket to our event. And if you're a baller and you want to throw down with the big dogs, then you would order 20 cases of wine to give out to your employees, to clients, to drink yourself if things are not going so well. Or if you just love wine, get 20 cases. And what that will get you is 20 free tickets to the conference and the front row premier seating. Excuse me, the wine's getting to me very quickly tonight. And more importantly than that, you will get to meet Gary Vaynerchuk, our keynote speaker. He's a total badass. If you don't know who he is, just Google him, and then you'll see why the 20 cases are totally worth it. You'll also be at a roundtable discussion with him and 19 other very influential business people for an hour-long interview, hour-long hang session with these people, probably some of the most influential people in the business community in the world. So if you want to get in on that, empathywines.com, 20 cases of wine. And always, when you go to the Empathy, NoBull 2020 promo code. Put that in. That will guarantee that it gets locked in. And if you don't care about wine or give a shit at all about any of those things that I just said, then just go to nobull2020.com and you can just buy straight up tickets and we'll see you at the event. But that's all I got for today.
And by the way, guys, only 3 of those VIP tickets left.
Yeah, 3 spots left to meet Gary.
That's it.
Yeah. Great deal. All right, today's show will feature a little biz talk and inspiration about consumer products for niche markets and successfully navigating regulated consumer product industry. Today's guest is Bob Anderson, the founder of Bad Drip, Bad Days, and Nowave. He grew Bad Drip from 4 people in his basement to a 40-person company, providing a safer alternative to smoking traditional tobacco. They currently vendor to half the smoke and vape shops in the U.S. and sold in Russia, UK, Australia, and the world. Bob also recently launched Nowave, a CBD manufacturing company, and Bad Days, a CBD products brand. And really cool, they pivoted recently to make hand sanitizer to help combat the growing coronavirus pandemic. Please welcome Bob Anderson.
Hey.
Yo. What's up, Bob?
All right, guys.
What's up, Bob?
Hey.
Fantastic. How are you?
Doing well.
Bob, what's one thing you want to cheers to right now? Can be anything.
I'm going to give a lot of shout outs to my partners tonight. Without them, I mean, I don't think we'd be where we're at. So just cheers to them. I got water. If that's
Do it. Cheers to water. Cheers. Everyone else out there is cheers too. Awesome. So you guys, let's jump into the pivot here because this is super relevant right now. And we'll get into the companies and what the different companies are in just a moment. But what does that process look like? You know, you guys manufacture a product and then this whole thing hit. And, you know, what does that mean to like retool your lines? And like, how long did that take for you guys to like make the decision and do it? Like, were you working like 24/7? Like, what did that look like?
You know, I mean, we're really aggressive in the business world. So as soon as something like this popped up, I mean, obviously we're right on top of it. It did take us, 2 or 3 weeks to start sourcing everything. I mean, bottle manufacturers were sold out. So, getting hand sanitizer in from distilleries and everything like that was just a big pain. But we self-manufactured Bad Drip for the longest time. So we had all of these line fillers in our lab already existing that we were just using for CBD manufacturing at that time. So honestly, it was a flip of a switch. I mean, Otis Ricardo is our really production manager, and I mean, this guy's incredible. He literally turned that machine over one day, and we filled tens of thousands of bottles within hours. I mean, we were just cruising. We have a huge amount of staff that works for us, and I mean, everybody stepped up as a group, and I mean, people were working overtime and staying late, and it was just incredible. I mean, that's just the quickness of how quick we moved was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's a perfect segue to just, I gave the intro very brief about the different companies that you founded, you run. Can you just kind of run through what they are and, the 10-second, how they came about? Because we'll get into some of the details in a little bit.
First company's Bad Drip. We're an e-liquid company. We manufacture e-liquid for electronic cigarette devices. We've been doing that since 2014. Bad Days is a CBD company. And then Nowave is our distribution co-pack white label. We're ethanol extractors for CBD. And then END Vape is our storefront. So we actually own END Vape and Smoke and END CBD Supply. So we actually have retail storefronts with another partner, Alex.
Fantastic.
Yeah, was that over 10 seconds?
That was perfect, man. That was quicker than I could even think. You see, there's like a delay. I was like, nailed it. Usually people are rolling that in. I say 10 seconds because it's usually like a 5-minute long thing. But my friend, you did it.
Quite the elevator pitch.
Yeah.
Got that down.
So Bob, that whole thing screams like regulation to me. Like, how the heck do you stay up on top of all the technology, all the changes in all of that stuff with it changing all the time?
Yeah, it is. It's a nightmare, guys. It really is. I mean, I stay positive. I'm that partner that's like, we're good, guys. We're gonna get through this. And guess what? So far, I'm winning because we are through this. This isn't we've been going through regulations since we started the company, so it's just been nonstop changes and all sorts of stuff. So realistically, we try to stay ahead of the game. You know what I mean? We try to before child resistant caps were a thing, we had child resistant caps. So when they made that change, we are already ahead of that. We did label changes before anybody else, and it kept us afloat. I mean, we kept staying ahead, and eventually, we're good to go for now. I mean, tomorrow could be a different story, guys. It's crazy. Big Tobacco has definitely got their hands in this. I hope I don't get killed for saying these things, right? Like,
no.
Seriously, like you just mentioned, though, that like, hey, it could change tomorrow. Like, I'm sure, as an executive and a partner in the company, your positive mindset allows you to deal with the stress of knowing that tomorrow a new law could be put in place or a new regulation or.
Sure. And you've seen it. We've done work with your company for marketing, and any day we could be like, okay, we can't do this anymore. I mean, how strict are the marketing rules for e-cigarettes? It's crazy, and I guess technology isn't too crazy because we don't manufacture the devices as much as we just do the liquid. So we sell the gasoline for the cars.
Yeah, there you go. Good analogy.
Speaking of restrictions and things like that, quarantine and COVID impact on your business. A lot, a little, not much. What?
A positive impact.
Positive impact.
Yeah. We offer at badgerlabs.com retail, so direct to consumer.
Okay.
So we're potentially our wholesale orders did slow down because shops were closed during this time. Our retail orders kicked up. So it was good that we still stayed positive, so we could still provide jobs for all of our employees. It's we have a lot of guys that work for us at some really good salaries, and I didn't want to put anybody's salary at jeopardy, and so they weren't able to provide for their family. So it's nerve-wracking.
So for those 40 employees, I mentioned that you grew from 4 to 40 employees, and you guys are now global. Describe those first 2 years at Bad Drip.
Oh, this is the worst question. Oh man, you just like PTSD'd me. It was brutal, guys. I mean, there was 4 partners. So it's me, Doug, Kyle, and Frank, and there's 4 of us, and we all worked full-time jobs. So we worked full-time jobs and started the business. So at any moment or any week, we were working 80 to 100 hours a week between both jobs and trying to run a business. And it's a high-risk business. So people don't just, hey, come on. You know what I mean? Like credit card processing was a nightmare. Getting a bank account was a nightmare. There was no funding whatsoever. This is a completely self-funded project. I started the entire company with $250, so we grew from that. But yeah, it was tough. My partner, Doug, lived in Arizona, and he worked overnights for Intel. Okay. So I would have to stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning for this guy to get off of work so we could collab. And he didn't sleep. I mean, he worked and then he just kept going. And it was like that for the first few years. But we stayed strong. We kept the premium brand and stayed competitive. And we didn't half-ass anything. I mean, we really, there's a lot of companies that started when we started, and they all just dropped their pants. I quoted that. There's never any. They dropped their pants. I mean, they were selling large amounts of liquid and cutting margins and creating a big disaster. And we didn't do any of that. That's what's cool about us is we do us. We do our own thing. I don't care what anybody else does. We stay strong. This is our brand. It's a premium brand. If you want it, pick it up. I mean, that's what it came down to. But the first 2 years, man, I don't want to ever remember them. You know what I mean?
I can't believe you do working those hours.
I'm sorry?
I can't believe that you do remember. Like, it must have been a blur. Like,
my wife remembers.
Real quick though, what was the incentive to, why that industry? Did something get sparked? Did you wake up in the middle of the night and say, hey, there's a gap in the market, let's smash through it? Or
I smoked.
I actually had that question too.
Yeah, I smoked cigarettes, guys, and my daughter, my wife was pregnant with my daughter at the time, and she's turning 7 here soon. And I worked for a collection agency. I went to the gas station and I bought my first electronic cigarette, and it was, the cheap, blue that was disposable and tasted like crap. But God can strike me dead. Since that day, I have never smoked a cigarette. From that time, from the first time I picked up an electronic cigarette, and I fell in love, and I just started hyping it and telling all my friends, and then I was like, I can do this. I could just make my own liquid, and I've always been an entrepreneur at heart. I mean, we've done a few things in the past, me and my partner Doug, and this one stuck, and I started Clown Serum. That's a name drop for you guys. That was actually the first original company's name was Clown Serum. I think I have a bottle. Hold on. Oh, can I even go over here? Hold on, let me see.
I hope so.
There you go.
Here you go. This is an original bottle.
Clown Serum.
Clown Serum.
Wow.
From when we first started, and so much
From
has
the
changed
basement.
now. Yes, from the basement.
Yeah.
And that's so we got together, and I started we started making juice, and it's just we went from there, and we our first sale was in Rochester, New York. Our second was in Texas, and then it was just referrals. I mean, people were just in love with the that kind of brand and something different than what the market had to offer at that time, and they were sharing it with their friends, and it kind of just blew up from there. We attended our first vape convention in Houston, Texas, and it was over. We came home and we're like, yeah, I think we're good. Like, I think we did it.
Yeah, there you go.
So how did you, did you start at like manufacturing your own liquids, or did you start as a brand and then you shifted over? Because I'm super impressed with what you guys have built, and I'm super impressed from a company that's like built a manufacturing side versus just sourcing and slapping a label on it and just growing the brand, which, like, I know the brand side and I know how that's done, but I'm super impressed with the manufacturing side, and you're building the foundation that then, people don't have the vertical integration that you guys have. So was that an intentional decision?
Not at all. I don't know anything about branding or graphic design, guys. I can cut John's head on Photoshop, and that's about it. Okay. My partner Doug is the branding master. John, the guy's incredible. Just everything he touches is magical.
Sure.
So realistically, I started just I love clowns, as you can tell, and that's kind of what I went with. And then when we linked up with Doug, he created this brand, Bad Drip. There was 3 names, and I always say this because I wish I knew the 2 other names that were on the table. None of us remember. It was like Bad Drip, blah, blah, and blah, blah. And I wish I knew, because we chose Bad Drip. And it made too much sense. It was like Bad Drip. You drip juice. It's bad, but it's good. I mean, it was incredible, man. And then the smiley face just set it all off. My partner, Doug, is a really talented individual. We've known each other for 30 years. All my partners. We grew up together.
He's super talented, and I'm super impressed with the new brand Bad Days and that brand. And it's incredible. Just so I can tell he's talented. I mean, I knew he's talented anyways, but I could tell he's talented from going Bad Drip, which is very edgy and like a twist on evil, to Bad Days, which is super clean and super light and like, you know what I mean? Like, it's amazing.
He doesn't share things so much. So like, I like it and I hate it, because what I do like about it is I get to see the final product. You know what I mean? When I got to see our first tincture tube, and I actually got to hold it in my hand, and it blew my mind. We have new chewables coming out. If you thought, I mean, it's just, you'll see the stuff's insane that this guy's coming out with. And we have 2 new partners on the CBD side, and they're both talented guys as well. So it's there's a whole mess of us, guys. It's great having multiple partners. People hate it. I don't know why people hate it. I love it. You know,
people filling gaps where you're not good, they're great. Where they're not good, you're great.
Yeah.
Do you guys tell me about like squabbles that you guys get into? Because like I've had partners. I've had a partner. I've never had multiple partners until now, but these two guys are rock stars. So
yeah,
I know both sides of when you have horrible partners, not horrible, just not a good fit, and when you have great partners. But what do you guys just butt heads about?
I'm telling you, we've been
or doesn't happen
we've been in
anymore.
business for 7 years. I think we've had 10 arguments in just something stupid. I mean, just
Don't
something.
even remember,
guys. Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's, I don't know. We're good. We vibe really good together. We all have a job and we all do our job. And I don't know. Like I know tomorrow morning Frank's going to be there tomorrow, making sure everything's set up at 7 a.m. So if I get there at 7:15, I'm good. I love my partners. I would
love it.
One day I would love to sell everything and move away. It's never going to happen, man. I mean, there's something that these guys know. I talk a big game all the time. I'm like, yeah, you know what? After this one, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. And they're like, yeah, okay. Yeah. You can't sit still for 30 seconds. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. What would you do in a hammock on a beach? You'd be there for 15 seconds.
I can't even sit on the beach, man. I'm not going to lie. I can't. At the beach is not for me. It was not made for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
In recap for the people listening, started this business with essentially $250. No knowledge at all of the industry, how to do anything. You were a consumer. You were a smoker. You got into the vape world just as a consumer. Thought, you know what? I can change this game a little bit.
For sure. I knew nothing. I'm telling you, I didn't even know how to set up a business bank account.
Knew nothing. Now it's a global company.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure.
What a testament to like anybody wanting to start anything. Look up this story.
You can do anything you want in this world, and that's what's great. And Gary Vee talks about it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm a big supporter and follower of that guy. You can do whatever you want, everybody.
So talk about the pivot.
When I first started, people hated on me for sure.
Oh yeah.
Nobody believed in me, and I was like, all right, cool.
Okay. That's okay.
All right.
That's all right.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Kudos to you. Cheers to you for
Thanks.
The naysayers saying things and it, bouncing off, because there's a lot of people, the majority of people would not be that strong, would not be that, even if it hurt you or if it was somebody close to you, which I've been lucky enough to not have too many of those people in my entrepreneurship career, but a lot of people have, especially like the doctors and lawyers families, right? Like they're, that type is the worst because of the expectations. But what was the mindset that you had? Like, did it hurt and affect you, or are you the type of person you're just like, yeah, sounds good, thanks, fuck you, I'm going to do this thing?
I mean, you know me well enough. I
know, but the rest of them don't.
It did absolutely nothing to me. I mean, honestly, it motivated me. My entire family, everybody, cousins and aunts and uncles, everybody went to college. I never did. I was the black sheep of my family. You know what I mean? I was the guy that wasn't supposed to make it. So for all my family watching, no, they're supportive of me. They're supportive of me. It's but everybody thinks you gotta graduate high school and dive right into college and stack up. And I'm not hating college, guys. I'm not. I never will hate college, unless you go for underwater basket weaving. It might not be. It might not be something you want to do. Sorry,
it's a very big donation to that school.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was never supposed to make it, and I grew up with nothing, man. My father was an alcoholic, and not to get all on here, but my mom was like my savior. She always believed in me, and I was her little boy, so I did no wrong. You know what I mean? So it's cool.
This sounds a lot like you mentioned Gary Vaynerchuk. This sounds a lot like sort of his story where he always goes back to his mother being so supportive and him sucking in school. I'm not saying you sucked in school, but like it not being for him. Okay. Yeah. I didn't want to insinuate, but
yeah. Okay. Take it.
So you have that you have you have that support, which is important to get somewhere, but you equally have the like spark and drive to kind of give people the, you know, fuck you, I'm gonna do this because I know I can do it. Like that's
Those
a very
I want to hire too. I want to hire those people. I want to hire people
it's
like
a
me.
very good balance
Yeah.
to have, and you know, be grateful to have that because it's not common. But let's talk about the pivot here, because we talked a little bit about Bad Drip, right? Super successful, grew like a rocket ship, and now you guys are into CBD. What made that decision? How quickly was it made? You know, what's that industry looking like right now?
Yeah, we've been working on this project for a few years. This was a big, heavy investment. You know, keep in mind, like I said, we started this company from scratch, Bad Drip. So we weren't used to investing such a large amount of money that we're not going to see for a very long time. So it was very scary for us. But again, you know, we're motivated, and I know we're going to be successful at anything we do. CBD right now is just it's a slow start. We obviously want to get into recreational marijuana, and not just because it's marijuana, but the hemp plant does have a lot of positive benefits, and we're all about helping people, you know, and that's the truth. I mean, that's why I vape. It's a healthier alternative all day. Well, not health. It's a safer. You got to be careful. You know, somebody will yell at you for saying that, but
Yeah.
So yeah, we just started investing into it, and you know, we went full force. So it's been a 2-year work in progress for sure. But recreational marijuana is our goal. Everything that you do for CBD is the same for recreational marijuana. There's no difference. It's the same plant. You're just pulling different stuff out.
Wow, you guys are setting this foundation so that like once that flip is switched, once that switch is flipped in New York State, I guess, or more states,
For sure,
you know, around
for sure.
So that's a
New York.
question. Yeah, do you see any world where you could manufacture here but not sell here and ship to other states, or is it not really going to happen that way? From what you're seeing,
no, I don't think it's going to happen that way for sure. Okay. I mean, it's we'll see. I mean, we're waiting patiently, and you know, every day we get an update from Governor Cuomo. Hey, it's coming. Well, we've heard that for a few years, so but we're ready. I mean, guys, we're ready, and that's why we have all these stores as well. I mean, Alex Vasquez definitely wants to get involved in this, and he's a great partner in that retail world. So we'd like to be able to process and have retail storefronts for this.
Yeah. So I got one more question. I know this guy. I feel like I'm monopolizing.
You can ask me whatever you want. I'm on your show. You can.
but I'm super curious because I can see and I can hear you talking about like, oh, we have a manufacturing, you know, operation. We have our own brand, and we have stores, which are distribution. So here's the business person in me going, you guys are vertically integrated, and how, like, is your brain just working like that? You and your partners, like, are you just like, yeah, we need to like set these chess pieces up because here's where this is going to go, and when this happens, here's what we're going to do, like this? Or is that just like how your brain always works?
I think it's got to be how my brain always works, because I don't think we planned any of this. Well, remember, we added the stores later.
Sure,
we came into the vape retail game very late to the game, and but yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just natural, man. Some people got it, some people don't. You know, this is how it is.
Bob, where do you see in 5 to 10 years? Where do you see? Let's twofold question. Where do you see your brand, and where do you see the industry?
Sure, CBD industry. Obviously, we're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah. CBD is going to be a slow-moving industry because people have to start accepting a natural remedy, and they are. You know, you're starting to see more natural products on the market, and organic and vegan. It's just going to take a little while for people to start recognizing that and getting off pharmaceutical drugs and using natural remedies and you know, organic stuff to you know, become healthier. So 5 to 10 years, it's going to be an absolute monster.
Huge.
And that's why you build your brand now. You get in and you keep a premium brand, and you build it and you build it and you build it. And it's going to suck for a long time, guys. It is. But you stay in it, and you stay motivated, and you will win. and you're going to be successful. You just have to stick with it. Everybody wants to quit when things are not going well. Sure. We did in Bad Drip. We had some times we're like, oh man, this is awful. We ran out of bottles and we're 7 weeks out from shipping, and it's you just want to throw in the towel, but you don't. You stay.
Figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out.
Figure that shit out.
Hey, Bob, does one of your partners are specialize in like the legal, the insurance piece of that, or do you guys like outsource all that stuff?
We outsource all of it. We have an incredible legal team that we've been with for a long time. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say their names on here, but we have a trademark lawyer. We have a business lawyer. We have a lawyer that needs to collect money from people that don't want to pay us.
Yeah. His name's Tony. Right? Tony.
So we a lot of these people that we've been in business with, even lawyers or employees, have been with us since the beginning. I mean, I don't want to lose anybody like that. I rely on these people. They're good people. My trademark lawyer is the best. She's incredible. I mean, guys, we have tons of trademarks on all of our products, and we didn't know about that too. We learned. One day somebody's like, "You got a trademark on that?" I was like, "No." Like, hey,
it's a trademark.
You might want to get a trademark on that. we actually have a patent even on our pill bottle that we package our e-liquid in. So we have a dress mark for that. We're the only e-liquid company in the United States that can use a pill package to bottle.
That's got to be huge.
Sweet.
Right?
It's pretty cool. Yeah, you still got to fight everybody,
Yeah, everybody gets pissed.
Yeah, you pick your battles though. So
yeah.
So
I got.
Go ahead, John.
I gotta. Actually, mine's a very off, like right turn question. So Rob, you go first.
Yeah, Rob. Stick with the
so now that we've put all that on the table, what's the next big investment into the business to move the needle to the next market?
Recreational marijuana.
And what's the investment in that going to look like? Not money wise, but like, what are the steps involved in like for you guys to shift to move into that next?
Sure, a lot of paperwork, a lot of money. Even it's hard to say. I mean, it's money. We don't know what the state's going to do for licenses. We don't know if it's going to be about money. Is it an auction? Is it a raffle? So we're kind of prepping for it. That's why we want to just try to build up our brand. So, I mean, that's really our prep work, is building up our CBD brand to, kind of just transition into that. But we're still going to do CBD. I mean, CBD will never go away for us. Right. There's people that want to use the hemp plant and not get high. Like I'm a big fan of that. Like I use broad spectrum CBD. It's, there's 0 THC in it. And so, yeah, it's going to be a lot of work, but that's our next big investment of our time and money for sure. Yeah.
Well, and the customer loyalty is there already. So if it happens, it's like, well, they're not going to go to somebody new. They're going to be like, oh, great.
Well, that was great about launching Bad Days, is you could piggyback on all your existing customer base that we had in the e-liquid market. We have an incredible customer service business. I mean, we love our customers anywhere. I don't care if you spend $1 with us or $500,000 a year with us. Everybody's important to us. We've always treated everybody ultimately the same. So,
got a nice little testimonial here, Catherine Case. She said that you guys helped her to quit smoking.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. And it's stuff like that. We get these emails all the time from people, and it really is awesome. Like some people are like, these guys aren't going to read it. I read every email ever, and I try to respond personally to every email ever. It's helped me quit smoking. And Bad Drip didn't help me quit smoking. Somebody else's brand helped me quit smoking. Volt. Shout out to Volt. You're the best.
Yeah, Volt.
I don't even know if you're still around anymore.
You put them out of business.
Thank you, man. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, Volt.
I am so sorry.
Didn't mean to. I really didn't mean to.
Yeah.
So just a reminder out there to everybody watching, in maybe like 10 minutes or so, we move into rapid fire questions. Rapid fire is where you can ask all of us questions. You can ask just Bob questions. You can ask just Al. I'm pointing over. I never get the pointing right. Al questions.
Right.
Bob questions, like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So rapid fire questions. Rob will tell you the rules, but we're going to hit that in probably like 10 minutes or so, 10, 15 minutes. But before I take my crazy pivot question I was going to make, I got one more for you. What we're talking about all the aspects of business. What, in your opinion, makes a good business person, right? A business leader, let's say.
Sure. Somebody who is highly motivated and regardless knows how to do the dirty work, knows how to do the labor intensive work still. I'm not an expert at all the machines, but when the time comes and we're behind, you will see me labeling bottles. That is the game, guys. You have to be part of your crew. You have to be, employees love when they see someone who owns the company helping out. They really do. You know why? I used to love it. You know what I mean? I used to love watching my boss come and help out. And so for me, that was a big thing. I always tried to do as much as I can. In hand sanitizer right now, I'm packing boxes. I'm sitting there packing boxes. I mean, that's what we have to do. It's my business. You know, nobody owes me anything. So, you know, you get what you make out of it.
It's great. It's great to hear that. I mean, I totally agree. And I think I got great advice one time from a really good friend of mine's father who had a successful tire retreading company. And he said, every morning, you know what I do? When I first started when I started my first business, I went to him and just asked him advice. He goes, you know what I do every morning? I get there like 6 a.m. I'm a morning guy. I get there 6 a.m. First thing that I do is clean the toilet. First thing that I do. We don't have a janitor.
Yeah.
I go in and I clean the toilet. He goes, you know why? Because it's twofold. Number one is it keeps me humble, and I do the dirtiest job I can possibly think of. Everyone here knows that I come in here and I clean the toilet. Every single person knows that I do that. They've either seen me do it or, you know, somebody has told them that I do it. He said, number two is that when customers come in here and they use the toilet, and this is like the, you know, truck industry, like, you know, it's dirty and greasy and all that kind of stuff. And if they come in here and there's a really clean bathroom, that sets the tone where we have attention to detail. So that's great to hear. So pivot question. So I know that you guys, I know that you guys, you know, I've taken a tour of the place. I know you got some crazy animals.
We did.
Did.
We did. They
That's
didn't
crazy.
die. No.
What happened?
We actually moved our warehouse to a new facility. So we actually are in a standalone facility that's about 50,000 square feet. And, you know, with CBD rules and stuff, we just couldn't have all these fun animals. So, you know, we just kind of parted ways with them. I mean, they're still around, just not with us anymore. But we had some cool animals for sure.
We don't have to get into it. But the question is, if you were an animal, if you were an animal, what animal would you be?
I'd be a bear.
A bear.
Yeah, would you fuck with a bear?
I would not fuck with a bear.
Neither. Yeah, be a bear.
Bears are
maybe like a
the nail.
That play dead is all bullshit. That whole play dead spiel, that's bullshit. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, you don't mess with bears, guys.
You don't play dead. You just, you know.
Yeah.
You run, you zag. Oh, if it's a grizzly bear, I don't think you're outrunning that thing, right?
I don't think you're
can't
outrunning
do that. Maybe like a black bear, like a Adirondack black bear.
Somebody needs to Google the speed on that because I'm pretty sure you can't outrun that either.
Yeah.
All right.
You're not
Well,
getting
that's what I would be, a bear.
I like it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I like it.
All
Just
right,
a reminder, everyone, pop your questions into the
some
comments.
got some good ones. So I got follow up. Next tattoo. What's your next tattoo going to be?
I have to finish my tattoos first. My partners are totally going to make fun of me for this now. You know, I hate going, man. It's I have like attention deficit disorder, you know, the disease, I guess, that they were prescribing every kid from 1980 with. I have that. So I just hate sitting there. It sucks, man. So I only have my arms done. This one I still actually, God, this camera's reversed. This is killing me right now.
Yeah, right.
Try pointing at me right now.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. See?
So,
Weird.
anything clowns, man. I love
So
clowns.
you're into clowns.
Yeah, I love them.
Sweet.
Yeah.
We got to get them finished.
I know. I'll
Get
get.
a bear dressed
I
like
know.
a clown.
I will do that. I will do that.
So rapid fire questions.
wanna
We'll
hit
ask the guy. No, we'll ask a few more questions.
Okay.
But remember, pop your questions in the comments if you're watching this on Facebook, or in the comments if you're watching this live on YouTube. For Bob, for Al, for Rob, myself, or all of us,
Any
and we'll
question you
hit
want,
them
no rules.
after. No rules. Yep. Can be
The question.
ridiculous, like what animal would you be, or a business question. I mean, obviously, Bob has started from nothing and grown something successful. So if you are thinking about starting your own thing, he's the person to ask. But before we get into rapid fire, I have one more question. I know Rob has one more question, and then Al, if you have one more too. So what is the craziest or best pivot story that you can think of in any of the businesses that was like getting into a scary time for the business, you pivoted, and it ended up being successful or a positive pivot?
Hand sanitizer. We turned that around in 2 to 3 weeks, and we're still manufacturing right now. We do huge state contracts, hundreds of thousands of bottles are the order.
What?
So,
Like
for state contracts for sanitizer. So the state of
so
New
like
York,
hundreds of
of
thousands per like month, or like
per
what's
contract.
yeah, per contract. So one contract could be
Okay.
about 500,000 units. So the state will buy 500,000 units. What they do with it, I don't know. I don't get to ask questions.
hospitals probably or something? Yeah.
Sure, donate them to the people that live in the state, I guess. But yeah.
Unreal.
That's awesome.
Doug just posted the worst question.
I can't wait.
See this?
Make sure we pick Rob.
Doug,
sure you
I
pick
hope
Doug.
hoping that was somebody that you knew.
I was gonna make Doug join this with me, but I will never do that to him.
Is that your partner, Doug? That's right.
Yeah, that's him right there, guys. That question is Doug. Yep.
Thanks,
that makes
Doug.
sense. Yep. We'll do it then. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, do it.
We'll do it.
Of course, I'll do it. I have no shame here.
All right, Bob. So I think you kind of answered this earlier on, but for those that are just joining, like, how do you market and brand to stand out amongst your competition?
I'm not the big marketing and branding guy, but marketing.
Is that Doug?
We can call Doug. But in regards to marketing, we're a big referral company. Like I said, we have a strong customer service, so we're constantly being referred by multiple people. So that's a big part of it. Instagram was a huge social media platform that we use. We have tons of followers, real followers. Those are real on all of our stuff, and it kind of went that way. But the branding, Doug just likes clean brands. I mean, we don't typically even cross promote any of our companies. A lot of people don't know Bad Drip owns END Vape with Alex Vasquez. A lot of people, Bad Days, Bad Drip. But I'll tell you, some people probably don't know that we own both of those companies.
Yeah.
We don't cross promote. He likes to keep everything clean. I agree. I think it's awesome. We'll piggyback a little bit, as you should, because it gives you a nice head start. But yeah, just clean brand, guys, and just word of mouth of a great product that we sell.
Awesome. All right, we got one more question from you, and then we can move on to rapid fire if you guys are ready.
Okay. If you could have
Yeah,
a
you know
drink,
another funny.
cocktail, whatever you want, anybody in the world, dead or alive, who would it be?
If I could, I'm sorry.
Have a drink. If you could have a
drink with someone.
anybody, dead or alive.
Usher.
Usher?
I love Usher, man.
All right. All right.
That's a great answer.
Didn't see
Usher,
it
if
going
you're
that way.
watching this, hit me up.
Yeah. At
Yeah.
Usher.
We'll send this to Usher.
Yeah.
I love Usher. He's I remember being
Why?
in sixth
Can you
grade.
tell us why?
I don't know, I loved his music when I remember being in like sixth grade and when I think My Way came out, and I've been in love with Usher,
Have
man.
you
He's
ever
just
sent Usher free stuff?
Nah, but I will, Usher. You let me know. You let me know.
Killer dance.
Send him a bunch of shit and be like,
Let us know. I got Doug. Doug will get you ready. You know?
yeah, sweet.
Usher. Yeah.
All right, definitely didn't think it was going that way, but I love it.
You gotta have him. You gotta have him teach you some dance moves.
Yeah. I used to dance quite a bit, you know, but now I'm chubby, so I can't dance as well anymore. You know.
Oh.
Let's go over and dance on TikTok. It'll be fine.
That's
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
We hit rapid
All
fire.
right, rapid fire questions. Here we go. Rob, tell us the rules, and then let her rip.
Oh, I just read the private chat. Bob, if you see this, try to stop pounding your hands on the desk.
Is there?
I'm sorry.
Is there?
Yeah. I'm Italian, guys. I do this all day. All right, go ahead.
It's excited.
Yeah.
That's right. I only said that like 25 minutes
Stop
ago.
smashing your desk.
He's like,
Yeah. Apologies to everybody watching.
No, it's
All right, guys. Here we go. Rapid fire. Here's the rules. You answer in 20 seconds or less so we can move on, hence the rapid fire part. And if you get stumped, just say pass, and we're just going to move on through. All right? Here we go.
Okay.
First question.
yeah, just say pass.
Yep. This came in early on. Nick wants to know, Al, did you get the Q-tip out of your ear?
The nurse, my friend Jen, the nurse, is convinced it's not in there. I'm convinced it is. So we're not sure. So pass. It's undetermined.
Bob,
Yes.
Al got a Q-tip stuck in his ear like 2 weeks ago.
I've had that happen.
We're not sure if it's still in there or not.
Happened to the
Yeah,
best.
it might still be in there. Might be in his brain by now.
It's not fun.
It's terrible. It's a terrible
Yeah.
thing.
These guys are making fun of you for it. It's awful.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. It's probably not in there, but
Yeah.
Next.
All right, Bob. Nick wants to know, what was the defining moment that pushed you to quit your job and invest 100% into your company?
I love this question. Right? When is the best time to quit your job and fully dedicate to your company? Mine was I couldn't balance it any longer, and it wasn't fair to my supervisor, me neglecting my job to handle my business. So I took it as far as I could, and when I just felt like I was cheating on my boss, I stepped away and I just full forced it into the company. It was about a year and a half, 2 years after we started the company.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
wow.
great thing to do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. All right, Beatrice has a question for all of us. Ready? Would you rather be forced to dance every time you heard music, or be forced to sing along to any song you heard? Al,
Dance. I just want to dance.
John,
Dance. Yeah, I would dance.
I'm dancing. And
I'm
Bob?
dancing, guys.
We
Yeah,
know
I'm
Bob's
dancing.
dancing.
Yeah,
We're all
dancing.
dancing.
I mean, Bob's gonna crush it because he's got Usher moves. So
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Josh Helfer.
So this is a
I'm a
test-
small e-liquid distributor in PA, and I will say, he's testimony up great. I've been dealing with them for years, and they treat me like a king. And again, I'm a tiny little distributor, solid business people. They got me started in the biz. Without bad drip, my business probably doesn't exist. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, he's not
Great
tiny.
little
Don't let him
testimonial.
try. He's trying to be like. He's a smaller of our distros, but he's another guy that's been with us since the beginning. And like I said, it doesn't matter what size you are. So
All right, Lindsay wants to know, Bob, in one sentence, what do you love about clowns?
I think I watched Stephen King's It when I was maybe 6 years old, and I think it just messed me up. I just love them. They're just
In the best
I don't
way.
know, everything about.
yeah, I was gonna say messed you up in the best way possible because
most of my artwork is Pennywise stuff. You can
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love Pennywise. Oh man, even that one. That's my
Gotta get
favorite.
him hooked up with Iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to check. I'll shoot you the link after this.
Okay. Perfect.
Cool.
All right, David C. Van der Mally.
Yep. He's an employee. Yeah.
All
He's
right.
doing this on purpose.
This is a plant. He's coming to get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna put this out to everybody though. So he says, "What sports did you do in school, Al?"
I did like basketball, and that was pretty much it. I was a musician. You know, I took the music path. Wasn't
Band? Did you do band? Or
I
no?
did.
Were you just like on your own?
I did. I was kind of on my own, but I did like, jazz band. I tried to stick with like the cool bands. I didn't quite get into like the other things. And we didn't have marching band shit like that. So I just did like jazz band, whatever. Tried to play right up the middle,
Bob, if you want to hire Al for your next corporate gig party,
Yeah,
professional sax player,
Yeah, we'll make it
Just
happen.
ripping around on the bar.
Yeah, I got you. We didn't do a Christmas party last year, but maybe this year when we do it,
Yeah. Let's talk.
I might hit you
John,
up.
how about you, John? School sports?
Football, soccer, like really young, and then football,
Yeah.
Bob?
and then a bunch of extreme shit.
This question was designed for me, guys. I cheerleaded
There you
in
go.
high school, man. I cheerleaded in high
You
school.
cheerleaded in high school.
I did, yeah.
What a dick, David.
Did you wear the what are these things? Like the wrist guards, right?
I don't
Didn't
know. I don't know what that is.
Oh, I thought you got to hold the girls up. I thought you were like wrist guards
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
called strength. It's just
Yeah.
called strength.
Yeah,
Oh, Bob was actually strong, so he didn't need the.
I was tiny. I graduated high school at probably 110 pounds. I was tiny, man. So
Listen, I just played golf, so that's all I did. But this explains the next question from Constantine.
yeah,
Bob, can you still do a backflip?
I can on a trampoline.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
Is
solid.
that fair?
I could probably do it on the floor, but I'm not playing
Unbelievable.
that game.
That's gonna jack something up.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that, guys.
You've
All
shot
right.
tonight.
Amanda Squire wants to know: do you believe in aliens?
100%.
All day.
Al?
100%.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge Elon Musk fan. I own a Tesla. We're going to Mars, baby. There's aliens.
There's no question there isn't.
Yeah.
Well, SpaceX got canceled yesterday. You guys see that? Weather.
No.
Oh, weather?
Yeah, they were about
Cloudy?
to launch the first rocket from putting a human into space
Florida.
from U.S. soil in like 20 years or something. I don't know.
Yep.
It got canceled.
John, you believe in aliens? Yes? Was it a yes from you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I answered fast. Yes.
Oh, we all do. Yes, of course. Next
Yeah,
one.
something's out there. All right, Lindsay, what is your favorite tradition? John?
Hmm.
Favorite tradition? Man, I guess just holiday, like family gatherings of any kind. I love family. I love that, connection and seeing everybody. So yeah, family gatherings, I guess.
Al.
Yeah, thank God you chose him next.
I think there are certain gigs that I look forward to every year every year the same gig happens and they're awesome. So I think probably like I'm going to change the tradition word. Sorry, whoever said it. Oh, Lindsay. To just like my favorite thing that happens year after year, which is a gig.
A gig?
Solid.
Or
Yeah, one of my
all
gigs.
gigs.
Yeah, one of them.
One of your okay, specific gig. John, Bob, you got anything?
No.
Pass.
Pass.
I'm gonna pass.
It's a hard pass.
Easy, hard
Yeah.
pass.
Hard pass.
Hard pass.
Hard pass.
All right. So as of the last few years, we've gotten together and done a family vacation.
Okay.
And just really looked forward to that. So that started out with Ireland a few years ago, and then we've done a few trips to the Midwest. So I look forward to that every year.
Sweet.
Oh, I actually got one.
Oh.
We now wear onesie pajamas every New Year's
With the
as
baby.
like with the now the
And
baby's here.
John's has the ones that has the poop chute in the back. It drops out.
That's right. The
The flap.
flap. No, I love it. It's great. And then they usually go to bed early, and then I drink whiskey for the rest of the night, and we're good.
There you go. Oh, beautiful tradition.
All right. Beatrice asks, "What's your favorite holiday?" I think we just found out John's.
There's my answer.
Al.
Oh shoot. God. I don't know. Probably Probably Thanksgiving, just because the consumption of food, the amount, and then the napping, and then the eating, and then the napping.
Yep. I'm going to go with Christmas for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Christmas.
Christmas
Yeah,
guy?
for sure. Yeah.
Wait, Doug says your favorite tradition is Disney, Bob.
We go to Disney a lot.
Yeah.
You know why? I never got to go when I was a kid. If I asked my parents to go to Disney, I would have got laughed at.
My first trip to Disney was 3 years ago. I'm 30.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think mine was I don't know, maybe 30. Well, I mean, we went in high school once, but 30 after that. So
crazy. I was
Never been to any of the Disneys.
John.
yeah, it's fun.
Nothing? No?
Triple
Gotta
love.
go.
Nope. But that's it. Oh, we got one more that came through, right? Well, not really. That's more for us.
Okay.
I just happened to look down and I saw Jana ask, "Did you guys drink an entire bottle of wine per episode?"
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
So Bob, we drank. We're Empathy is loosely related to the event that we're putting on. This is Gary's wine company. Hence all the wine that we're all drinking. Yeah. But any last words of advice for any business owners out there? Number one. Number two, if anybody has any questions, if you have any word that you can be contacted, let them know. And then what's one thing that you want people to know about the companies that you're growing or building before we leave?
Okay, start again. What's my first thing?
Business advice.
Business advice.
Business advice.
Take care of your staff because they are probably the most important thing. It is, if not more important than your partners, your staff. When you get to that point,
if somebody has a question for you watching now that is trying to start a business, would you mind if they contact you anywhere, where LinkedIn or whatever?
Yeah, LinkedIn.
Where would it be?
LinkedIn. Yeah, Robert Anderson. Do I have a LinkedIn? Robert Anderson. Find me on LinkedIn.
Yeah, it's easy to find somebody on LinkedIn.
You can probably post it if you want. Yeah.
And then, what's one thing that you're super proud of that you guys are doing now that you want the world to know?
Fighting for your right to vape. We've invested a lot of time and we dedicate a lot of money and time into this. And I'm super proud that we're not giving up, even though we're trying to get hushed, So I'm proud of my partners that are staying strong and we're pushing through this because we will prevail and the truth is coming out. So big tobacco is not going to shut us up.
Amen.
Badass. Bob, thank you so much, man. Cheers to you. It's great to speak with you again. Good luck. Godspeed.
Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
Yep.
Awesome interview, fellas. Question for the two of you.
Yeah.
Are you buzzed?
I'm definitely a little buzzed, for sure.
I'm a little buzzed.
Hope people can hear the music. I always wonder.
Rob just looks disappointed. He's just like,
no.
No.
I hate you both.
That's okay. That's not the point of the show.
Next time.
But it's just a commonality that seems to be happening.
Yeah, I always loosen up too.
Quite a bit.
I get a little more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just get jazzed up. Like I get excited talking about business. I get excited about learning about like the non-business side.
Yeah, I love meeting these people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I would never
all around pretty awesome.
Wildest dreams meet any of these people without this platform.
Right? All the video chatting, like a positive out of the coronavirus pandemic is the like openness of people like video chatting, conferencing, and doing this kind of stuff. That is at least one positive that we can pull out of this.
And people are still requesting the sex.
It's just your wife. That's not Pete. She's not Pete.
I mean,
nope,
it's
not.
There's
another one.
Nick Pacha doesn't count either anymore. He's family now too.
Oh, Nick, did you hear that?
Family doesn't matter. Family doesn't get a vote on this text.
Wow.
Family don't
like,
get votes.
Like, does Mama Kutri? Does Mama Kutri get a vote?
He doesn't get a vote.
Oh, there's another one about Catherine Kate.
Catherine definitely gets a vote. That's not fair.
Oh,
He counts.
No, see?
all right. Just
Thanks,
for
Captain.
that, you have to open this Sunday with
Celeste?
your sex phone.
How about Celeste?
Come on.
Celeste?
Pro-
Celeste, I'll
Promise everyone.
some sex.
She's a valid voter. She's super cool. She comes
All right.
out.
All right, see, there we go.
So Sunday you'll open with the
Family
sex, right?
card. This Sunday, yeah, I'll throw down sacks in the beginning. Fine.
Wild card
There
sex.
we go. There we
Wild
go.
card sacks.
Wild sex.
Wild sex. Hey.
Oh, now it's happening.
All right, everyone. Thank you.
All right, fellas.
Get us out of here.
Cheers.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it. I mean, we are at very early stages of growing this rocket ship that is NoBull. We have events coming up. We now have media that we're putting out. We have this podcast. We have other things planned. So thank you so much for being one of the first few supporters. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube or Facebook and our podcasts. We're going to be investing a lot of time into our podcasts that you can listen to on Spotify and Apple and Google Play. So make sure you go over there, search us and subscribe. This Sunday, we have our wild card edition. Every Sunday, it's just the three of us. We give away some cool shit. We do contests. Sometimes we do charity, and we get pretty wild. So tune in 8:30 on Sunday.
Especially
That's
with a little
right.
sex.
With a little sax.
And some sacks.
So until Sunday, cheers, everyone. We'll see you Sunday.
Cheers, boys.